Well, hello everybody. Today is August 5th. Today is the 5th. Today is Nate's birthday. So yes, today is the 5th. So I wanted to sit down and do one last video in my 35th year. So thrive at 35, but like the end results. I'm calling this 35 awesome things that happened in my 35th year. And I have my little notebook because I knew my brain was going to go a little woohoo like it always does. These are in no particular order and you'll notice a theme and you'll just get it. I'm sorry now because I already know that this video is going to be long. So I'm just telling you because you guys know me, I'll start blabbering, whatever. So before I get into that, well, maybe that's what I'll start with. Okay, so 1 through 5. Guys, I got 5 new tattoos this year. And I didn't even realize that until I was writing this down. And my newest one is actually this watermelon slice. And it is not even 24 hours old yet because I just got this done today. And I'm absolutely in love with it. It's the same girl that did all but 2 of mine. So that is 1 through 5 because I got the 4 parks were done in April. And my Lotus was done in February. Just got that one. My monorail was done in October. And then my orange was done in November. So there's 1 through 5. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and read from this list. Okay. And then I had a group of ladies that surrounded me this year. And that really held me up and kept me going. And I'm going to call them out right now because everybody needs to know how absolutely amazing Jackie, Danielle, Amber, Ashley, Michelle, Danny, and Ida, and my stepmama, my mama, of course. Those ladies held me in the palm of their hands and loved me and cared for me whenever I was at my deepest and lowest points this year. And I cannot possibly thank them enough. All of them have gotten me through some crazy times. So speaking of really great friends and family members, I do want to really talk more about Jackie and her family. They came to me very unexpectedly and we just like really hit it off. And her and I just clicked and we have gone thrifting. We did that together just a few weeks ago. We've spent a lot of time together. So there's a few of them that are kind of grouped together here. Her in particular, she really reached out to me and, just really became one of my really close friends over this past year. And because of that, another thing that happened was that I actually got to have my first slumber party as an adult with her kid actually. And so that was something else. And that also like involved a glitter fight, which was amazing, got to do that. And we also went with them to Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom. That's another awesome thing that happened. And so that was just them, everything like that. And then today we surprised Nate for his birthday. We had like a little surprise dinner get together. So, and speaking of people that are really close to me, Pop turned 90 this year, along with Peyton turning 10. Chloe graduated from elementary school and is going into middle school. Oh my goodness. Next Monday, she starts middle school. Oh my goodness gracious. That was absolutely insane. Another person that happened was little Lily was born. And that was... that little girl, I just want to pinch her little cheeks. Oh my gosh, she is just, she's amazing and she laughs at everything and she looks so much like Grandma Procious. Oh my God. Like every time I look at her, that's all I see. And then it's like I look at her and I see Nikki and then sometimes I see Alex and the only time I ever see Greg is whenever she starts giggling and then her little ears just like boop, and it's just so cute. Oh my God, and her chubby little cheeks. Anyways, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself because now my ovaries are gonna explode. So speaking of ovaries and my health, one awesome thing that happened too was that I was diagnosed with alopecia. So now I have a medical reason for staying bald. Yay! Yes, that's actually on this list. That was definitely exciting. So now I'm just going to go ahead and start reading off this list. Okay. So I also went to my first Pride Parade, which you guys know because that was like super recent, which was so much fun. I also threw myself into my art so much this year. Like I look around the room, I'm like, I still need to put flowers on that. My string art's here. My X-rated picture painting that I did is in my room somewhere. I don't know where I put it. I haven't hung it up yet. But I really poured myself, quite literally, poured a lot of paint. Tons of paint splatters, paint everywhere. I'm so done like painting walls right now. I'm over it. But I really focused on my paintings and my art this year, which was fantastic. Oh my goodness. And I also met Kelly, who was my Thrive at 35 inspiration, if you guys remember that. And she was absolutely amazing. And then whenever we would see each other again, she'd always be like, Lisa! And I would just like freak out because I absolutely adore her. And I'm kind of sad she won't be there on my birthday because we're going to Epcot on Saturday. But so if you're at Epcot and you see me, say hi. Say, hey, Lisa, happy birthday. Cool. Awesome. All right. And speaking of Disney, Toy Story 4 came out. And as you guys know, I have a little obsession with a little dude with a little spork. So, yep, he sleeps on my bed with the rest of the crew. He has been adopted into our nightly crew members. So, all right. One thing that, well, a group of things that I really that I feel was so incredibly awesome was finally realizing that I needed to get help. Taking a leave from Target was one of the best possible things that I could have done because it gave me time to focus on what I really needed to focus on. I got therapy. I went to my first therapy session. So much of my life has changed on that, which also leads me into, I learned how to stand up for myself and defend myself, but not in a way that I feel bad about, if that makes sense. Like, I don't feel like whenever I would stand up for myself that I was too overly mean or not a nice person about it. I felt like I wasn't like forceful about it. It was just like, no, you are not going to talk to me like this. You are not going to treat me like this. I will not be putting up with it. And getting rid of the toxic people that were in my life. Like, I've cut off communication with so many people, and that has done my heart and my mental state, my emotional state so good. Like, it has been absolutely amazing. And I really think that that was a huge part of why I was feeling the way that I was. So it was nice to take care of me and what I needed, and instead of always focusing on everybody else and trying to please everybody else. And that's something that I've really had to learn. Like 35's been I like how my tattoo lady, how she worded it. She said, this year has been worded up into lessons. And I totally am 100% with her. So let's get back to some fun stuff. So let's see here. Okay, yep. Talked about the tattoos. Talked about my alopecia. Oh, I met Carl from Voctive at Disney, which you guys know about that. He's amazing. He comments on a lot of my stuff, which I think is awesome. We also had two annual pass holder events at Magic Kingdom, and one of them was absolutely terrible. One of them was absolutely amazing. So there's an ant. No, there's like a huge ant just like hanging out here. Cool. I'm just gonna like squeeze my blanket, not my blanket, my towel, for a little bit while I talk about this. But the AP events were really fun. The one was pouring down rain though, so it was crazy. And then the other one was like bright, sunny, and hot, and it was miserable. Too many people. So, all right. So another awesome thing that happened was whenever I did the hardwood floors in my living room all by myself. So every day I walk in and I'm just like, I did that. Like, anytime that I feel like I'm not good enough, or like if I'm feeling down or whatever, I just walk out and I look down at the floors and I'm like, I did that. And then I turn around, I feel much better. I also faced my fear of Tower of Terror this year, which is amazing. And the last ride I had to ride at Disney until Star Wars Land opens, which we are not going to that. Do not even ask me if we're going to that, because we are not. We will be at Animal Kingdom that day, because I bet you the line for Avatar is going to be super short. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. Last one on this page. I finally have my own room. And I know that this has been such a controversy because we're married and married people should have the same room. But let me tell you what, I need sleep. He needs sleep, and I don't want to hear him snoring, and he will not go and get help for his snoring. And I'm tired of asking about it. So we have our own rooms, and now I have this beautiful, peaceful sanctuary where I can come and just relax and sleep, and I don't have to listen to him snore. I'm not waking up with black eyes. Oh, I take that back. That definitely happened this week, but that was with his elbow and that was in his room. Anyways, but it has been the best thing, especially for our marriage. Oh my gosh, like, I would get into really personal things, but let me just say that the personal stuff is not a problem anymore. So, because we're getting sleep. Okay, here we go. We're almost done, guys. I promise. Another thing that happened was that, and this is probably gonna, I don't know if it's gonna surprise some of you or be like, what happened? What? We let go of pretty much like all of our religious beliefs, but not like all of them. We're more spiritual people now. I don't identify as like any certain religion anymore. I do identify as a Christian, but I'm also one of those extremely very open-minded Christians, and I'm not judgy McJudgerpants, and I just accept people for who they are. I don't care what they're doing behind closed doors, unless they're doing something terrible, like raping somebody or, something absolutely terrible. But like, I don't care who people love. I don't care, what color, whatever they are. I'm not that person. And I've also found that just religion itself is not for us. And we've had a few experiences the past year that have really made us realize that this is definitely like way for the better that we are like this. So, but now I'm a firm believer, like I'm such an earthy person, and I'm such like a old school, like hippie chick, like I don't smoke weed or anything like that, and if you do, power to you, because I ain't gonna judge you on that either. But like I do use my crystals, and I do yoga, which some people say is like worshiping whatever, and I'm just like, no, yoga is really good just to like for your body, and it's a good way of exercise and stuff like that. And I do a lot of meditation, which is fantastic, but that has been something that has changed a lot, and the way that I look at the world, learning about new religions or whatever, and other cultures and things that other people believe in and stuff like that. So finding my own way in that realm or that world has been amazing, and I love it, and I think that it's great. Oh wow, I am almost done. Cool. I learned a lot of new games. One thing that my husband loves, as you guys know, is board games, and he owns entirely way too many. I'm going to say that. And he knows that I feel that way. But I have tried a lot of new games and I've liked some of them and I've hated most of them. So, but at least I'm opening up myself to learning new games and trying new games. And speaking of trying new things, I have also tried a lot of new foods. Like, oh my goodness, I have really faced my fears of a lot of textures this year, and a lot of different spices and new foods and new ways of cooking new foods. And I'm really impressed and very proud of myself for that, because whenever you have an eating disorder and you have extreme texture issues, that becomes a problem. And people don't necessarily understand that. So textures are a huge thing for me. But I've tried a lot of new things. I've enjoyed a lot of new things. And I still stick with my old stuff because I still absolutely love my watermelon. I love my oranges. I love my chocolate. I can't really have beef anymore. I have to cut down on my pizza. But I've tried a lot of new things and I'm quite proud of myself. And one place that I try a lot of new things is Animal Kingdom. And whenever we were at Animal Kingdom one time, I actually got to dance with Chip and Dale. And the lady that was taking them backstage grabbed my camera from, she was like, give me your camera. And one of them was dancing with me as they were like walking away. And it was the most fun that I think I've ever had with like character interaction. And I have that picture and you can just tell there's just a huge smile on my face, which makes it like so, I miss home. I'm going on Saturday, but I miss home. It's been like since June. Since we've been. Anyways, okay, so back to my list. I'm almost done, I swear. Number whatever we are on. I had my first Chuck E. Cheese experience. Yep, 35 years old, finally got to experience Chuck E. Cheese. Probably will never go back. Please, people, do not have your kids' birthday parties at Chuck E. Cheese. Actually, you can, because I had a lot of fun. I like playing arcade games. I can't help it. It makes you feel like a kid. It's just like Disney. Just way more stimulation. And it's like Mickey's long lost 18th cousin on crack. So there you go. We went thrifting a lot this year. We have what we call the Zytama Circle. Start on one end and end on the other. And we do it. We've done challenges before to see, like 10-minute challenges in and out. What can we find in 10 minutes or less? And, you guys went along with us on that journey. And then, this year, I was also part of the CTFXC 10-year journey, that 10-year project. I was at the very end of it. And then I also started listening to podcasts this year, which has been absolutely amazing. Tim and Jen Tracker are one of my favorites. I also like to listen to Unladylike. Awesome one. I listened to the Bobby Bone Show, Jen and Julian. Okay, this video is under 20 minutes. I'm so excited. So if there's anything that you guys are like, wait a second, that was another awesome thing that happened to you, let me know. I was just naming off a few. There's probably more. But this is what I was able to come up with tonight. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. I will see you guys on my birthday. Yay! All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye!